Hi everyone, Sean here from Lines in Wax, and today I want to talk about Burzum. Now, we talked about Burzum fairly recently. I think at the beginning of the year it was. Yeah, I think it was January time. I posted a discography retrospective for Burzum because I thought that Burzum was done. But no, Varg is not done, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, Varg initially announced, after a long spell of little to no music, the last full length was in, I think, 2014, The Ways of Yore. Then there was a huge gap until he dropped Thulean Mysteries in 2020. And with the drop of Thulean Mysteries under the Burzum name, Varg said that he was done. There would be no more Burzum. It put the Burzum project to rest in 2020. It felt like a bit of a, kind of an anticlimactic ending, because the music on Thulean Mysteries, as much as I love it, and we'll go into this in the Burzum retrospective video, it doesn't feel like new music. It's the kind of stuff you hear played in the background of his videos on YouTube or whatever platform he's on now. And it's also designed, I think, with his role-playing game, My Farog, in mind. So it doesn't feel like a coherent Burzum album. It feels more like just a collection of ambient tracks. So it was like, oh yeah, by the way, here's this double disc album of all the ambient stuff. And also, yeah, Burzum's finished. Now, 4 years later, or should I say 3 years later, we got this random track just thrown out on its own, called The Reincarnation of Odin. That was at the end of last year. And it was another one of those ambient kind of pieces that you would find on Thulean Mysteries and on The Ways of Yore and all that kind of stuff. There was no black metal here, there was no guitars, anything like that. So despite this, it did get, the fire going again. It did get people talking about whether or not Burzum was actually done. There was a bit of an online discourse over whether this was actually new up music or was it just something he hadn't released before. But it seems that Burzum is back. Now, in 2024, even at the time of recording this, Varg is pumping out songs like it's no one's business. Under the hilarious title of Burzum New on the streaming services like Spotify, YouTube Music, and all the rest of it, Burzum New is churning out songs like there's no tomorrow. And I just wanted to talk about this absolute breakdown that Varg is currently having. This guy is, he's a strange cat, right? And I'm not going to try and dissect Varg in this video. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to understand, what in the actual fuck is going on? Because I seem to be... when I talk to people online about this, I seem to meet a lot of resistance in saying that I think what Varg is now doing is utter shit. So I made this video to try and explain myself. Now, when I heard Burzum was coming back and he was going to be doing black metal again, part of me was like, fuck to the yes. Why would I not want that? But another part of me said, wait a minute, Varg. You explicitly told everybody that you would never play guitar music again for very horrible reasons that I won't go into on this video. But he said the guitar is an instrument that he is no longer going to use for ideological reasons, which is just fucking mental to me. But anyway, he said that. And that was part of the reason for all this fucking crazy synthesizer music that he did. And now, on top of that, he said Burzum was done in 2020. Now, it's hard to look at this and not be, to not draw the worst conclusions. You do that with the information that you've got, especially in today's world. And this, there's so many different, ways you can make money online. And I think, why did Varg recently put out books about his childhood and about black metal when he has said he is explicitly fucking done with that entire scene? He seems so sick to death of it, yet seems perfectly okay to milk it for monetary gain. Now, I don't know if Varg is short on cash, but that certainly seems to be the vibe I'm getting with this whole fucking, return to the whole black metal thing. He's written this really horrible looking book about his time in the black metal scene, And despite, not wanting to talk about that kind of shit for fucking donkey's years, and now he's releasing guitar music again as Burzum. So I'm thinking, like, has the tax man come knocking on that lovely little farm in France and there's not enough coins in the old bag, you know what I mean? What's going on? What is the impetus to return Burzum to black metal now? I guess, however, 5 minutes into this video, you could be saying, all right, Lines in Wax, I don't really give a shit about any of this, and that would be fair enough. Okay, the reason why he's doing it, the reason I'm mentioning this, because yes, you can say the reason why Varg reformed Burzum again, like fucking Ozzy Osbourne, just constantly unsure whether he's gonna fucking, retire or not, doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter why Varg brought back Burzum. All that matters is he brought it back again. Fair enough, I would understand if you said that, but the reason I had this 5-minute preamble about why he brought back Burzum is because it's so fucking bad. Like, the Burzum tracks he is dropping now are so fucking shite that, like, it almost makes me feel like it's an imposter. Like, it's just AI or someone with a fake Burzum account posting these songs. I've even seen people on Reddit and stuff going, wait a minute, is this legit? Is this new Varg account for Burzum's new music actually legit? And the reason apparently given again by Varg on Twitter is that X, fucking hell. The reason he's under a new account is that he doesn't have access to the old one, which makes no sense to me because he dropped the Odin song, the reincarnation of Odin, at the end of last year. So how come all of a sudden he no longer has access to this account and he has to make music under Burzum new, which is just such a dad move. I mean, it's such an old man kind of way to use the internet. Oh, I can't remember my password. Let's just create a brand new account. Like, that's so 2007. You know what I mean? Fucking Christ. But anyway, my gripe with all of this, and I'm getting to the point, honestly, I promise I am, is that the music that Varg is putting out is rubbish. They sound like just black metal demos from some kid's bedroom. This is my issue. And this is what I've clashed with people online about. People say to me, well, production in black metal, good production in black metal is not what's important. Yeah, I completely agree with you. My problem with these tracks, and I suggest you go and listen to them if you haven't at this point, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. He's dropped I think 5 songs now, best part of half an album's worth, which is, it's just bonkers, really. And we're seeing this breakdown in live in real time. Like, every couple of days we get a new song released to streaming services. This is the future of black metal, kids. Twitter and Spotify. Yeah, cult as fuck. Go burn a church. But yeah, what I'm saying is it's not the production that I'm concerned about. It's the quality of the music. There's a difference between bad production, a la recording on a potato and using a helicopter pilot headset as a fucking microphone, to basically recording on an iPhone with a fucking GarageBand app using stock drum loops. Now, that is not black metal to me, and that is not fucking Burzum to me. Anybody who does that, Burzum or no, as soon as I hear stock drum loops in something, you know what I mean, then I'm done with it, I'm a big defender of drum machines, like, as a huge fan of industrial and grindcore, which is gore grind, cyber grind, porno grind, all that degenerate shit. A lot of it uses drum machines, so I'm a staunch defender of people who go, drum machines are shite, or lazy, or both. Not always. There is some amazing drum machine work out there, from the usual suspects like Godflesh or Scott Hull in Agoraphobic Nosebleed, or even fucking Venetian snares, you could say, is technically using drum machines, basically to create the entire fucking, the entire audio soundscape. So I am not averse to drum machines. In fact, I fucking love drum machines. I've got the Lisa's drum machine knocking around. I should probably get that out of the attic. Anyway, what I'm saying is that here, it's not the use of programmed drums that is the problem. It's the fact that he's clearly dragging and dropping the shittiest fucking stock loops into a fucking iOS app or some shit, and then just noodling some bullshit guitar on fucking Quaalude's fucking riff that's like just pulled out of his ass and just laid it down on top of it. It is like someone has gone, and fed the post-prison Burzum albums into one of those fucking mental AI model things that we've got now, and have gone, make me another Burzum album that sounds like this. And that's basically what it sounds like. It sounds like Burzum on autopilot. And it just seems so tone deaf and so out of character. And for someone who's so outspoken and is so, how can I say, sure in their resolve and in their worldview and of their decisions, I can kind of see why Varg is so headstrong in releasing this stuff. And I can also see why he's so tone deaf in just pouring it out like one track per week, and everyone's just looking at it and going, what the sheer fuck is this? If you like these songs that Varg is doing now in 2024, I want to hear from you, because I feel like I'm going crazy just listening to this shit coming out every week. I've even had some of my reviews removed by the mods on Rate Your Music. Probably because I may have been a bit too harsh, maybe. I don't fucking know. Maybe Varg works for Rate Your Music. I don't know. But I had some of my reviews removed, and I remember thinking, like, am I laying into this a bit too much? Am I wrong here? Tell me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I'm going fucking mad. What is up with this new Burzum shit? Because to me, it's like a mental breakdown in online, in reality. I'm just like, this is awful. Somebody please tell him to stop before he irreparably damages the Burzum reputation any more than it's already fucking damaged. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is just music. This is just entertainment. Varg can, of course, do whatever the fuck he wants. It's his project. Now, I can also do what the fuck I want, and I can make stupid videos on the internet for people to listen to. So if you're here still listening to me and engaging with this, then please comment. I need to hear from people to know what you think about this whole Burzum new thing that's going on right now, because like it is such a car crash that I feel like I'm watching a train come off a track in slow motion, and it's a very unique situation to be in. Like I said, it's the state of black metal in 2024 when I'm watching a comeback album with guitars in black metal for a project that people have been looking forward to for over like 10, 12 years, happening gradually through streaming services and fucking Twitter. And I'm just like, what in the fuck is going on? Am I in another dimension? Have I gone into a separate fucking reality where this is normal? Because it don't seem fucking normal to me. Let me know what you think. I'll leave it by that because I've fucking rambled like fuck by here. Let me know what you think about the new Burzum stuff. I'm going to call it a day before I regret saying something stupid. So yeah, I didn't plan this one, as you could probably tell. So I'm just going to cut it off here. Catch you in the next video. Cheers for listening, and all the best. Ta-da for now.